Another day, another training day, and another video. For this one in particular, we're on our way down to Meritor Gym in Saltney, where I'm off to train with Alex Kent. Also got a posing session afterwards, which is very exciting. And this is something I've been looking forward to all week, to be honest with you. He was kind enough to invite me down to train before we go through sort of like a posing session. And, you know, something a little bit different. It's very rarely that I train with different people, and to train with someone of his caliber is, yeah, it's pretty exciting, I won't lie. For those of you that don't know, Alex Kent is an IFBB Pro Classic Physique competitor. Very good. He's done really well this season. His first season in the pro circuit, I believe. I might stand corrected. I'll have to ask him in a bit. But yeah, it should be a good session overall. We're attacking glutes and hamstrings, which will be fun. I'm sure it's going to absolutely ruin me. But there was one thing I was also going to update you on. Last night, I did something a bit crazy. I say crazy. I actually quite like it. You might be able to tell from this clip, but take a look and see what happened last night. So this is something that I've put on my Instagram story a couple of days ago. Been considering just like completely shaving my head. My uncle's bald, my dad was pretty much bald. My brother, who's only 2 years older than me, he's now completely bald. I don't know if you can see, like on the top of my head, my hair is really thin, and to be honest, I can't afford to do any form of like hair implants or anything like that. So because of how thin it is, and it's not obviously going to get any thicker, I'm just going to shave the fucking lot off. So I'm going to be shaving literally right the way around. So I'm going to try and kind of fade it into my beard a little bit with a different razor. But yeah, I'm just going to take the whole fucking lot off. Be ashamed to see it go, because I've had a decent head of hair since I was younger. But as I say, like, it's thinning out. I'm seeing it a lot more like in my YouTube videos and stuff. So time to get the job done and get it off. So this is the final result of me buzzing the whole lot off. So that's it, start of a new era. Bald me. You know what, I actually kind of like it. I'm not used to having that like fucking shiny spot in my head. But I've been meaning to do it for a while. It's been getting me down, and to be honest, I feel as though it looks a lot better. And to be honest, the only hair that's on me at the moment is on my chin. So yeah, I'm glad that that's done. Means for the rest of the year now, since it's getting colder, I'll be living my life wearing a hat. I actually really like it. Glad I've done that. You're probably thinking, like, why on earth did you do that? So, bit of a deep story, and it kind of is for a bit of a laugh at the same time, I guess you could say. Like, over the last probably year, 18 months or so, like, the hair on my head's been thinning out quite considerably. And when I was editing my last YouTube video, or videos, I noticed that I'd had like this massive like bald patch more or less on my scalp, which kind of got the better of me, I guess you could say. I'd been considering taking my hair off for quite a few months now, and last night I finally bit the bullet. I took the Phillips one blade to it and just got the lot off, and to be honest, you know what, I actually quite like it. I thought I was going to have that like oh shit moment of what have I done, but I quite like it, to be honest. And from a few messages I had from friends this morning, they've said that it definitely adds about 10 pound of muscle to the frame, so which I guess you could say is right. So yeah, that's kind of the backstory behind it. It is mad. I actually prefer it. And at the end of the day, for those of you that are bald or balding, if you're balding, just do it, just have it off, stop prolonging the inevitable. For those that already do it, like, I can now understand how easy it is, because I can now get up in the morning and I can just go out and not have to worry about having a shower to wash my hair or whatever. It sounds gross, because it's low maintenance, to be honest with you. I've left it literally down to like stubble, so my head's literally like Velcro. So if I'm wearing this hat out and about when it's windy, I've got no fears of it blowing off, because it's going to be stuck to my head. But it means I probably have timed it a little bit wrong, seeing as we're going into autumn and it's going to start getting cold. So I guess now for the best part of probably 6 months, I'm going to end up having a hat on my head all the time, especially when I'm out on site at work, especially when I'm out and about and it's cold. But yeah, something that had to be done. I'm glad it's done. I feel better for it. And to be honest, like, the only bit of hair that's on me now is my beard. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind that. and it's something that you're all going to have to get used to. So if you like it, if you don't like it, drop in the comments, likey, no likey. Be interesting to see your thoughts. Even though, as I say, it's done, I can't go back on it. I don't even really want to try and grow it out, because knowing my luck, it's going to end up growing back in patches. So yesterday I had a pretty decent high day, and the pictures I did this morning to send over to you, and we're both really happy with the changes. A lot of inflammation, a lot of fatigues dropped, had a massive water shift last night as well, and during the day was literally backwards and forwards to the toilet like crazy. Anybody would have thought that I was an old age pensioner with a weak bladder, but it's really done things for the physique itself. It's freshened things up. I feel a lot fresher as well, which is obviously what's going to happen as a result of a high day. So after checking in with you this morning, he's dropped in another one today, which will come in handy because he'll get me through this session, even though yesterday afternoon I found I was even hungrier than what I was on baseline food. So I'll add in sort of like the macros somewhere so you can see what my high day looks like. And I'm currently 2 meals deep. So this morning I got up, I was literally just laying in bed from about 4:30, just staring at the walls. I did scroll on my phone a little bit, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna have to get up. I'm just gonna have to get up and get out. So stuck some clothes on, waited for the rain to die down a little bit, and then I got out and sort of smashed a load of steps in before coming home. Got my first meal in once I got home from doing my steps. Took the dog out for a walk and then came home and had to get all my shit together as we're out for the day today. So all my food's all packed, laptop and stuff's all packed because I've got a load of work to do once I'm finished with Alex at Meritor, and yeah, hopefully kind of have a bit of a chilled rest of the day, because it's been a bit frantic this morning because of like the slight break in routine. How we normally do it is we get up at about generally between 5 and half 5 on a Saturday and take the dog out for about 6. But because now the daylight, or should I say the sunrise, is non-existent until about 7 o'clock. Like, we can't really take her out in the pitch black unless we take her out for a walk around the block, but we generally take her to the field, sort of like on a Saturday and Sunday, because we generally go out for the day. It's longer time spent out, just sort of burn her out a little bit. When I got home, I felt kind of all out of kilter, which is a bit strange, but everything's all done that I needed to get done, which is more to the point. So I don't think I've missed anything. Everything's all pretty much covered. So as I say, pre-workout meals in as well, which was cream of rice, blueberries, whey, and I've also had a banana. Got my pre-workout drink to get in as well fairly shortly, as we'll be on the road for about another 25 minutes, half an hour or so, and then should make it to the gym at a decent time. So I'll take you along in the session with me. It might be a bit crammed, there might not be a lot of chat on this one. You're probably thinking, oh thank fuck, because you just waffle. So yeah, I'll show you the session, and I won't be including the pose on you. So we've literally just this second got home from the gym after a training session with Alex, and we also had Rory jump in as well, which you'd have seen going through the clips. I thought I'd just keep it nice and simple, just include training clips in there rather than sort of have any sort of like talking over the top, because there's a lot of conversation going on between us as we're going through the session anyway, so I didn't want to sort of like jump in and sort of override it too much. And you know what, like when I started the session I thought I'm well out of my depth, as obviously Alex and Rory are both IFBB pros in classic and men's physique, so it was really cool to train with them, see how they train, and just really sort of delve into their minds and see their experiences, what it is that they're doing, and you know, to just see what it's like to be in their position. And it was really cool to sort of pick up the experience. Now, me and Emma were saying on the way home that if you go back a couple of years, I probably wouldn't have jumped in and trained with them more from sort of like a confidence standpoint, but then, you know, it's one thing I'm actually glad that I did, because of, you know, gaining the experience and actually getting to know different people, training in a sort of a different way, different setting. And you know, it's nice to kind of train with somebody different, especially like lads of their caliber. So as soon as I got finished up there, went through posing rounds, which was really good. We only did about half an hour because we didn't really want to sort of fuck me up too much. I kept the session low volume because, you know, coach's orders. Didn't really want to like push it to the death, even though I could have done. We'll save that for the off season where I can sort of really send it, but an enjoyable session all the same. So from there, shot round to Costa so that I could have something to eat, because when I came out I was absolutely ravenous, and I'm pretty sure I was going hypo pretty damn quickly, because it was still a tough session. Still got to grind these out and get them done. Sat in Costa and chilled for a bit, had a wander around the shops on a shopping park over in Chester, and then made our way home. And the weather is absolutely terrible. It's probably taken us about an hour and a half or so to get home because it was so bad, but you know, it is what it is. Got pictures over to Ewan from the posing, so we'll see what he says to those. Got another meal going down now, which is very welcome, and you know, my appetite is literally through the roof. Even though my expenditure is lower, I think I'm at about 9,000 steps. Got about 3,000 left to get in, which I'm probably going to have to do on the walk pad because it's still absolutely bouncing down outside, as I've more or less been soaked all day. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Nice and short for a change, I hope. And yeah, keep an eye out for the next one over the next couple of weeks. But again, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please share the love, and I will catch you in the next video. See you in a bit.